The Johnny Carson Show with his guests, Ava Gabor, Jack Prince, and the Double Daters. Starring Johnny Carson.
Thank you very much, and welcome to another Thursday night. This has been a pretty interesting week. I suppose most of you folks who've been reading the papers have found out that they have just solved the Brinks robbery after 6 years in Boston. And even though they've solved the robbery, do you know that not 1 cent of over that $1.5 million was ever found? It's amazing. I don't want to, start any rumors or anything, but I also noticed that the government announced that the budget was balanced this year. I suppose there's any connection, but I thought I'd bring it up. It's a bad year to start rumors, Now, tonight on the show, we have some very exciting things. First of all, you're going to see on our show tonight a film clip from the new motion picture At Gunpoint. And as a matter of fact, we might as well show it to you now. Widescreen, of course, you see. Looks like it's going to be a really, really, really good clip. You'll see that. Really, really big film clip. And in addition to this highlight, we have several...
Please, sir, take your seat. You cannot go up on the stage.
Why not? He's an old buddy of mine. Stand aside, will you? Sorry.
Just a minute. What's going on?
Hey, Johnny, it's me. Your old Navy buddy.
Old Navy buddy?
Yeah, don't you recognize me? Don't you remember Jack Prince?
For Guy's sakes, Jack. No wonder I didn't recognize you. You've lost weight.
Yeah, I lost 75 pounds. A masseur took it off the front and put it around the back.
Wonderful. Now you can sit in your own lap. Well, gee, Jack, it's very nice to see you. Why don't you just sit down, take a seat, and watch the show, and take 2 seats. Sit down. No, sit down and watch the show and have a good time. No.
What's the matter? You gone Hollywood? Remember me? I'm your pal.
Well, I know that, Jack.
Now, isn't that typical, folks? He's trying to brush me. Me that went through the war with him. Why, when this kid joined our crew, he was just a rookie. I taught him which Navy to shoot at.
I appreciate that.
And when the chow on the ship was bad, I protected him. I ate all his food myself. If it wasn't for me, this ugly fat'd be all over him.
Yeah. Look, I know, Jack. It's nice to see you, and we'll get together after the show, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Just sit down and make it...
You're a joker.
Look, why don't you have the masseur put the 75 pounds around in front again?
Hey, boy, this is some stage. This reminds me of the shows we used to do on a ship. You remember, Johnny? You used to sweep the stage.
Well, I'm proud of guys like me that kept the war neat and tidy.
Hey, Johnny, you got an orchestra over there. Why don't you let me do a number?
Well,
just for old time's sake. Who knows? Maybe I'll do the whole show for you.
Look, we'll talk about it, Jack.
Maybe I'll do it every week for you.
What would I do?
Why, what you always did, John. Sweep the stage.
I'll get my broom. Music is a pretty important commodity on a television show. And tonight we've got a group, a very excellent group, who sing a lot of great songs, the Double Daters. As a matter of fact, why don't you come backstage with me and I'll show you what I mean.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, kids. Ladies and gentlemen, the Double Daters. Now, have you figured out what you might like to do tonight?
Well, we think so, Johnny. How about this?
All righty.
Come on and hear, come on and hear Alexander's Ragtime Band.
Yeah. Now, I kind of like that. You see, it's got a lot of meaning.
Well, it should have. It was written by Irving Berlin.
Irving Berlin. What does he know?
I beg your pardon?
Johnny, this is Itch, our piano player.
Oh, it's nice to know you, Itch.
Irving Berlin, a flash in the pan.
Irving Berlin wrote Blue Skies, Always, There's No Business Like Show Business, White Christmas. What do you say to that?
Did he write you drink 16 beers and what do you get? Did he write the shifting, whispering Gabor sisters? Did he write, meet me tonight in Birdland, we'll fly now and pay later? Did he? I'm asking you now, did he?
Well, no, but who did?
Well, it wasn't Johann Sebastian Bach. Irving Berlin. He don't even write them tunes himself.
All right, who does?
He's got a couple of pigeons. Rogers and Hammerstein. He's got them locked in his attic.
Don't mind Itch, Johnny. He got out of the wrong side of bed this morning.
Oh.
Didn't you, Itch?
What bed?
Well, what else do you kids do?
Well, here's a little tune by Hoagie Carmichael.
Hoagie Carmichael.
Right in the pan?
Why don't they do one of my tunes once in a while?
Well, what?
Here's a few right here.
These are all your songs?
There's plenty more where they came.
Swell. Mind if I look at some of these? Yes? Well, here's... Nothing seems the same since I met Auntie Mame. I lost my Bull Durham pouch sitting with a girl on the red velvet couch. I took the longest walk last night from your arms. From your arms to Phoenix, Arizona. So these all your songs, huh?
Yep. That's more than you can say for Hoagie Carmichael. He don't even write them tunes himself.
Who does?
He's got a pigeon. A little guy named Irving Berlin. He's got him locked in his attic. Tell me, could Hoagie Carmichael write this?
How much is that saber-toothed tiger in the window?
You know, Tennessee Ernie's dying to record that.
And you won't let him, I suppose.
No, I wrote it for Lily Pons.
How much is that saber-toothed tiger in the window for Lily Pons?
She's very hot now.
Yeah. I saw her at Jazz City the other night. Look, Itch, I think we better get a song for the double daters.
My tunes ain't good enough, is that it?
No, it's not that your tunes aren't good enough. It's just that I've written a song myself that I think would be great for you kids. Huh? I brought it with me tonight. Would you like to hear it?
Well, it's your show.
Thanks. You ready?
I never been less so.
Well, you know, I think I've got another hit on my hands right here. It's on here someplace. Told you should have marked him. Sam's in love with Anastasia. Anastasia's in love with John Foster Dulles. John Foster Dulles is in love with someone who's not in love with him. That's how the blues began. Allie can, Allie can. Well, back to the attic. Sing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, television can't quite capture the scope of many of the classics simply because our medium doesn't have the wide screens that movies now have. But we feel it's a shame to pass up such great stories as The Three Musketeers just because of technical reasons. So we've done a little rewriting. Now, tailored especially for your small television screens, we present The One Musketeer. Our play stars Ava Gabor as Queen Catherine and Johnny Carson as D'Artagnan, the One Musketeer.
Early in the 15th century, France and England were at war. But some of the soldiers returned to their provinces to find that their homes had been plundered by the feudal lords from Saxony, who had been fighting the barons of Brittany. And many of these soldiers battling in Brittany had returned to their homes in Saxony, only to find their lands had been ravaged by the feudal lords of Normandy. And when those soldiers returned to their homes in Brittany, they found that their homes had been burned by the soldiers of Saxony. Or was it the soldiers of Normandy who found that the soldiers of Brittany, or did the soldiers of... Let's skip to the 16th century and do an easier story.
Her Majesty, the Queen.
is Catherine, the beautiful Queen of Burgundy. She's only 29 years old.
That's a lie. I'm only 28. Kill that man. Kill him. Well then, what is the business of the day?
Your Majesty, there has been an incident which requires your immediate attention. The palace guards have caught a spy in the garb of a musketeer.
Oh, well, if I must see him, bring in that little scoundrel. Take your hat off in front of a queen.
Excuse me a minute. I want to avoid nightly pinups.
Come on, bring him up here. So, you are a spy.
No, Your Majesty, I'm a messenger from the Royal Court of England.
Oh, there hasn't been a ship from England in months. How did you cross the channel?
I was a stowaway on Florence Chadwick.
Your Majesty, this man is dangerous. Have him destroyed before he destroys us.
Oh, I am not afraid of him.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Ah, you welcome. I take taking off his chains. Now, where is the royal key? Powder box, empty snuff box, royal jewels, key to the drawbridge.
Would you hurry up, Your Majesty? My ankle's turning purple.
Oh, darling, I'm hurrying. Mortgage on the palace from Bank of America. Cleaning bill on blocking Royal Crown.
Madge, would you mind hurrying, please?
Well, I am, darling. Oh, here it is.
Leave it here. If I beat this rap, I may go bowling later. Your Majesty, I am innocent. I'm D'Artagnan, a royal musketeer.
Your Majesty, do not trust this man. He's evil, and there is murder in his heart.
That'll be about enough out of you. Now he can avoid nightly pin-ups all over.
Remove him. I want to be alone with this man. Darling, you look so familiar to me. You know, when I was a child, there was an English captain in the guard, and he had a small son. And he loved me so much that he had a rose tattooed on his chest.
Your Majesty, I am that boy.
Where is the rose?
Oh, darn it, snails again. Catherine, remember when we were children? You used to give me a lock of your hair every day to vow your love.
Oh, yes, darling, I remember. I am sure you threw them away.
Are you kidding? I'm still wearing them.
Darling, let's have a drink to our old friendship. A ring for the champagne.
No, allow me, my dear.
All right, dear. Oh, darling, you must pull it harder.
Oh. Just put that on the check, will you? There we are, Catherine. We'll have a little belt here. The champagne is flat. Either the sound man is late or he put aside the best bottle for himself.
Darling, why didn't you ever ask me to marry you?
Because, my darling, I was leaving for the 100 Years' War.
Now, wait a minute. If you are in the 100-Year War, what are you doing here?
Our whole platoon got a 25-year pass. I'm off limits now.
Wars, troubles everywhere.
Yes.
I even forgot how to laugh.
No, my darling. Let me teach you how to laugh again. Repeat after me. No. That's not quite it. More from down here. Or whatever you have available. Repeat after me. You're getting it. That's better.
There he is.
Class dismissed. Tomorrow we'll work on chuckles.
Your Majesty, I demand that this spy be executed.
Catherine, he is the villain, not I. He's planning to kill you and put himself on the throne.
You lie. You have placed a blot upon my honor. I challenge you to a duel.
I can never remember to bring my gloves.
Make ready for that.
On guard. Here, Catherine, you take the next round.
The manual fighting's over there.
I know, but he's got a sword.
God, help me now.
Keep practicing that laugh, Catherine. You're getting it.
Time. The hard way.
And now to finish you.
Sit down. You're out in the boat.
Jack, for God's sake, maybe there'll be something next week.
Gee whiz.
Stop! You mustn't kill him.
Well, why not, Your Majesty?
Because he's your brother.
My brother?
But when you were very small boys, you were separated and sent away.
Wait a minute. My brother and I had similar birthmarks. I have a small heart-shaped birthmark on my shoulder.
Oh, darling, where's your birthmark?
We'd better fight.
Wait,
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. First of all, I want to thank the double daters and the lovely Eva Gabor. Eva?
Sit down, you're out.
Oh, get out of here. Really listen to everybody. Get another buddy. Eva, would you come on out, please? Thank you for being Queen Catherine tonight, Eva. It was wonderful working with you.
Thank you, Johnny. I have 2 surprises for you.
Yeah?
You know, you won one of the Motion Picture Daily
Yeah?
as the most promising male television star of 1955.
How
Isn't that
about
wonderful?
that?
And one more. And the other one by the Boston Post
Yeah?
as the best comedian of 1955.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you to the Boston Post and the Picture Daily. It was certainly a surprise. Ava, you know, you look more beautiful every time I see you. Today you're just so radiant. You know what I like is the color of your lipstick.
Do you like it, darling? It's a kiss-proof lipstick.
Kiss? Yeah, well, it's Hungarian lipstick. Kiss-proof?
Yes.
Is it really?
Shall I show it
Would
to you?
you? Yeah,
Yes,
let's
I
see
would.
See how that stuff works. That's kiss-proof?
And it proves that I kissed you.
Yeah, you're right. Ava Gabor. want those to stay there forever. Next week, we're going to be off. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Good night.